Marvel Rivals Season 8 is here, which means that Guang Guang himself descends upon me to force me to make the newest characters that he himself has handpicked for the game. Starting out with... another animal-themed character. In the last Rival Sewing video I made a rocket, but this one is different. This is more like Jeff. Now when I saw the reveal trailer for Devil, part of me sighed, like, yeah, it's super cool that they added Dinosaur to the game, and, you know, I've been playing him a lot, he's fun, but, good god, I have to make a dinosaur? I've never done that. I only make humans. So, this is a real change. I'm not exactly the most confident guy in the world when it comes to making animal characters. I mean, look at my Jeff. In the last year, I've eased up on how bad I think he turned out, but man, there's room for improvement. As for Dino, I think he'll be easier because his shapes are more defined than Jeff's. He's also much more traditional looking to a dinosaur than Jeff is to a shark. Jeff's more squished, so looking at shark plushies for reference wasn't really the move for him. I kind of figured that going in, the head would be the most difficult part. It's got the most going on and is the piece that I would imagine attracts the most attention. I started at the mouth because I figured it would be easier to build the head around that, considering it's the most complicated piece. If only I could figure out how to make a good looking closed mouth. That's just simply not in the cards for me. As long as it's big enough, it should be fine. Now, stuffing the mouth is actually completely unnecessary here, and I don't even know why I did it. When it comes to the rest of the head, after staring at the model in the in-game model for an unsafe amount of time, and looking up what a few dinosaur plushies looked like, I roughly guessed what these cuts could look like for the head. Since I'm so out of my depth here, I'm not really attempting to even do a head that attaches well to the body. If it's gonna be messy, it's gonna be messy. Luckily, luckily I was lucky with my cuts and it attaches pretty nicely to the mouth. All that's left is to stuff the head. Then I can attach it to the rest of the body. So far I think it's turning out promising. I'll say I'm liking it. I'm getting more confident as I go. Something I'm gonna need to do is accentuate the cheeks a little better. His jawline looks a little smaller than it should. Now, does anybody want to know about Devil's origin? Bet a lot of you don't know about it. See, I thought he was originally created with Moon Girl back in like the 2010s, but apparently that would make me a LARPer. While Moon Girl was originally introduced in November of 2015, but Devil Dinosaur was actually created all the way back in January of 1978 by the King of Comics himself, John Travolta Jack Kirby. In his comic, it follows Devil Dinosaur, obviously, and Moon Boy, in smaller text, in their adventures through the prehistoric times. Yes, Moon Boy is a caveman in the series. He's a part of a small tribe that worships the moon, so there's everything you need to know about him. Anyway, after sneaking out of his cave late at night to watch a volcano erupt, he spotted a tribe called the Killer Folk in the middle of sacrificing dinosaurs, a name about as bold as the Decepticons. Anyway, the volcano erupts during a ritual, causing them all to flee. All but Devil Dinosaur, who is horrifically singed by the volcano, becoming the reason his skin is red. It does get retconned to his skin being red due to like some mutation later on, though not a mutation of the X gene variety. At least I think it's not that. After both saving each other, Devil and Moon Boy form a close bond. You know, this comic goes on for a little while, but nothing really happens in it. Nothing really particularly interesting, nor relevant to the stuff in current day. Well, he does fight Godzilla. They shrink Godzilla in modern day, which would be 1978 or 1979, whenever it happens, and they send him back in time. They shrink him down to dinosaur size and they send him back in time, and he immediately brawls with Devil Dinosaur. I should have included that in the script. That would be interesting. That's like the only thing I can think of that he does in that time. He also time travels to current day, which would be 1978, and he goes on a rampage, and then they like use magic to bring him back. So there's like two things I can say. So if you thought that was cool, you're welcome. Anyway, it's probably why most of you didn't even know who Moon Boy was. And if you're a Rivals player and you come to me saying, I knew, I simply won't believe you. Jumping to the current year of 2015, Moon Girl, also known as Lunella Lafayette, Did you know that I can't read above a 5th grade level? Moon Girl's a genius, at the top of her class, ultra smart, like 9 years old. And, you know, Marvel says that she's the smartest character in Marvel, which is a point of contention for a lot of people. Me personally, I don't really care. Like, it's only ever something that comes up when she's around, or in one of her own stories. Every time they need a smart person, they still always go to, like, Reed, Tony, Banner. Maybe they go to Wakanda. I feel like a lot of people forget that T'Challa is a genius. So, is it really that big of a deal? I don't think so. But I do also think it's a bit silly that, like, she's the smartest. Like, you're telling me that she learned more in 9 years than Reed or Banner in their entire lifetime? I think that's a little much. But I do think, like, saying she has the potential to be the smartest character when she gets a little older is totally fair. Like, if she was even, like, 15, and they were saying, oh yeah, she's the smartest, I'd be like, okay, I can buy that a little more. Or, like, when she's 20, and it's like, oh, she's smarter than Reed. It's like, okay, sure, you know. But, like, 9, I'm like, there's no way she can cram all that information in that time. And I mean, you know, Banner's a genius, but I feel like it's kind of unfair to compare him when, like, he's a genius in his field, whereas Reed is more of, like, an all-encompassing smart, or like Tony. He's a genius at engineering. Everything else he's, like, pretty proficient in, and, like, still leagues better than a lot of other people, but, like, his main field is engineering. Anyway, going on that little rant, I've unfortunately kind of run out of time to explain any of his history with Moon Girl, but, you know, more of that has to do with Moon Girl than him. And this is a Devil Dinosaur video, so I don't feel so bad about it. But once I finish painting his collar, he's done. And I really exceeded my expectations on this one. I think I did way better than I was expecting to do. This looks pretty cool, all things considered. I'm happy with him. I also made him so, like, I can mount the Punisher on the back of him. That's pretty cool, right? Just like the team up in game. Maybe you're watching this in like a year and that team up gets removed. I don't think that's one of the team ups that ever needs to be removed, you know? I think he's good how he is. Anyway, now that he's done, I can move on to the one everybody's probably here for. Cyclops! I gotta say, the Rivals team really showed some restraint, going a full 2 seasons without adding a mutant character. Gotta give them props for that. I expect to see 2 mutants add to the game in Season 9. I wrote that bit before the leaks, so now we're supposedly getting Jubilee in Season 9 and Nightcrawler in Season 10. They literally cannot resist adding any X-Men. I mean, you could count Deadpool, I feel like, if you wanted to be like, oh, Deadpool's kind of a mutant. It's like, well, he's a mutate. Like, he wasn't born with his powers. They were activated. But I think it's still the X gene. But it's like, not. I think it was Wolverine's blood. His origin is wishy-washy. It's whatever. At least we should be getting more villains. It'll be funnier that I'm talking about this when I edit this video into like an hour-and-a-half long end-of-year thing of all the characters that they added. So to the guy watching that, he'll be like, of course they added them, but to whoever is watching this when I originally made the video, you know what I mean. I think of all the new releases for characters that I've tried to keep up with, Cyclops has been the easiest I've done. I made Cyclops in 3 days. I finished him the day before he was even added into the game, something I have never been able to accomplish before. Even Devil took me like a week and a half. Marvel Rivals essentially lobbed me an absolute freebie when it comes to Cyclops. The biggest hurdle when it comes to getting started on one of these is simply reference. More specifically, a height reference. However, with Cyclops, they put him in the new Doom Match map 2 weeks early. From there, some hero took his in-game model out and size compared it to Captain America, ultimately deducing that he would be 6'2". Not only that, but showing off the images of the model so that I could perfectly use the reference of how the body looks. When I found that out, I immediately saved the image and got to work. I based the hair off how it looked in the cinematic trailer, then waited. As soon as the character trailer and the depth vision dropped, it was enough for me to make the rest of the details. Not to mention Marvel Rivals really stripping back on their character design and making it a lot less over-designed, which I've talked about in length in multiple videos. which I've always chalked up to they just don't get enough time to work on these heroes. But honestly, now that I think about it, I'm starting to wonder if it's because they thought people didn't like the over-design look. Me personally, while a pain to make, think it's cool. I liked how over-designed and wacky they'd make some characters, and I don't think that Rivals needs to listen to the people who are complaining about it not being comic accurate enough. I love that Daredevil looks like some sort of samurai. Sure, he looks nothing like comic Daredevil, but it's what makes him unique. So when they pull back and simplify things more like Cyclops, Gambit, or Rogue, I can't help but feel like we're losing out on something unique or inventive. I will say other characters like Deadpool, Daredevil, White Fox, Emma, they all look great. Very unique and cool designs for their characters. What can I say? I like seeing a bit of originality. Something I've seen in the community very obviously as a major point of discussion is Cyclops' role. Now, we all know that he's a DPS, but before there was a very loud group of people demanding he be a tank. But I think deep down in our hearts we all knew that he'd be a DPS. I mean, come on, it couldn't have been more obvious. It's like when people thought Black Cat would be a tank. Like, sure, I think they had more proof to go off of with the height chart saying 7.5, but like, there was clearly a reference to her release. As for what I think, tank is the role I wanted him to be the absolute least. I would have liked him to be a strategist more, like an actual strategist, not a healer. I've never really thought of a kit for him, but I'm sure someone could. And like, I feel like it's kind of fair to call him a strategist when like people make some DC Rivals thing and they're like, oh, Batman should be a strategist, because like, oh, obviously Batman would be a DPS. But, you know, well, let's spice it up and make him a strategist, because he's a master strategist. It's the same thing with Cyclops, he's a master strategist. So it would have been cool if he was that, and I think it would have worked. But I mean, DPS really does just make sense for him. A high mobility guy who tactically brawls and shoots lasers. It's a DPS if I've ever heard one. I also just think DPS is the most fun role for him. Like, I kept seeing people say, you could have him soak up a bunch of damage. Like, seriously? Is this your first day on Earth? The ways people say he could be a tank is just naming the way that a tank works. Not any specific mechanic that tailors to him. Another cope I kept seeing was, oh, well, Captain America is a tank. So, why isn't Cyclops? They're both leaders. Another dumb one. White Fox, the director of Tiger Division. Strategist. Namor, the King of the Seas. DPS. Mr. Fantastic is the leader of the Fantastic Four. DPS. Jean Grey is the Phoenix Force, a cosmic entity of the universe. DPS. Star-Lord, leader of the Guardians. DPS. Even if you wanted to claim Rocket was the leader, he is a strategist. Now, I get it. People wanted him to be a tank because the tank has the least characters in the role, but we just got a tank. A good tank. And all people did was complain, because that's all this community does, is complain. They can't do anything right if they tried, because there is nothing that a horde of people wouldn't find a way to whine about. Frankly, I'm glad he isn't a tank. Not just because I don't think he should be, but because the community is so whiny and entitled constantly that they act like everything should be handed to them. Going online and endlessly complaining about everything the game does. Like, the game isn't without its flaws by no means, but the community is a goddamn nightmare. Like, these people, not all of them, but some of these people are insufferable. While writing the script, I got the chance to play Cyclops. Me personally, I don't think he's crazy. An easy 2-star hero who isn't game ruining. But the streamers will have you believe he's the Antichrist, so they can just engagement bait you into watching their content. I also want to bring up another point that people would make about, like, oh, they did a double DPS season, they could do 2 tanks. And yeah, they could, but they won't. I don't even think that that's a fair point to bring up anymore. It's been a year since they did a double anything season. They're clearly not planning on doing that anymore, and I don't think they should. Especially with the double support season. Season 5 was one of the worst seasons in the game in terms of balancing, and it's just kind of gotten worse from there. Apparently the leaks are that like Season 9, the Hood and Jubilee will be tanks and strategists, so people don't have to complain about DPS for too long. But they'll find a way. They'll find something else to complain about. Like, they'll probably just try and cope and be like, Jubilee should be a tank, because Emma is. Unless she is a tank. And Hood's a healer. Maybe he's got those magic healing bullets that Deadpool has. that's the case, I guess I'm wrong. My bad. Anyway, that's it for Cyclops. He is done. All I can do anymore is complain about things, I guess. I really like him. I think for how I made him, he turned out pretty good. And I'm pretty satisfied with him. I also just like his design. He looks good. That's it for Marvel Rivals Season 8 heroes. Another season come and gone like that. These of course aren't the only Rivals heroes I've made. I've also made the rest of the heroes released this year in Season 6 and also the 7th season of the season. Crazy to think I've already done half of the year's work. I also made every hero released last year as well, so you can check that out too. I might as well also show off my Cyclops with his wife. They even gave him a dual emote because, as we all know, e-daters are the pillar of the Rivals community. We must pander! And some of Scott's other purely sexual relationships. I'd like to mention here at the end of the video that there is no official pattern for anything made in the video. Everything you see here was made completely free-handed with the exception of the body, of which is cut out using a basic body template that is modified in the cutting process. As always, I'd like to thank you for watching. Videos like these take a lot of time and effort to put together, so I really appreciate you watching till the end. Thank you and have a nice day.
Kick the ball into the goal and then I win the football match. Playing football every day. Yeah, the World Cup's coming fast. We've been waiting for this day to come for so long. So the day finally arrives. Yeah, we'll sing this little song. World Cup 2026. Yeah, it's